Hey Alex, this is Bente speaking. Thanks a lot for getting back to me. So let me just give you a quick walkthrough of your homepage. I would be very happy to do a full analysis of your entire site, not only on mobile but also on desktop, because I believe that there are many points where it could be improved upon. But let me just start with the homepage. So first of all, I really believe that the navigation bar occupies really a huge space. Mostly the logo is pretty big and there's just really a lot of things happening in there. In contrast to that, let me show you, this is the one of the plastic surgery clinics that we did the site for. As you can see here, we only have a simple nav bar, which by the way follows the user, which doesn't really happen here, which may be a big issue, because if at some point the user feels that they are converted, so to say, so that they're ready to book, they will need to scroll up to the top of the site. I think the nav looks okay, but I still believe the drop down. And I really believe that the heading is kind of small, and the whole header just occupies too small of a space. Because here, if you have a look at Johnson Clinic, you can see the message really coming into your eyes, and you immediately are transferred to the main message. I also noticed that so I'm checking this from an iPhone in Safari, and it's not really good that when you open the pop-up, part of the header is just chopped off. I think I would position maybe like this way, but it's really a good idea not to have a pop-up occupy the entire viewport, because it just looks a little bit clumsy. Yeah, and as you can see, whenever I put my finger in the input field, I'm zooming in, which is a problem, because this is for iPhone users. I'll need to zoom out to have the original view. That's because the input field's font size is lower than 16 pixels. This is the default behavior for Safari, but I always pay attention to that the input fields are at least 16 pixels in height. I mean the font size. It's also very strange that you have this reCAPTCHA icon at the bottom right corner. When I click here, you can see this fading out, and for a moment you see this recycling or circular icon. That's a reCAPTCHA, but I really don't understand why that's good. Yeah, now I can see the scroll up button, but I really think that it could be in a more prominent place. In addition to all this, I really think that your heading font style is not the best, because it should be more differentiated from the body copy. If you have a look at here, we have a nice serif font, which is rather stylish, and for the body copy we are using something much more legible. So I think this is a much better strategy than what you have. There's also a big space between Blake and Dental. You may want to fix that. I also noticed that the section spacings at the top and the bottom are also pretty inconsistent. For example, here you have a nice, so above Blake Dental you have a nice small space. But if you scroll down, this is much bigger. Dental implants, this is huge. I think it just looks a little bit clumsy, and I always pay attention to that. The section spacings are equal. Yeah, again, here below the video, yeah, it just kind of looks bad. I really think that the font line height, so you can see team at Blake Dental, so that you can see that the font, so the line height is much bigger than for the body copy, where it's very nicely balanced. But I really decrease it because, yeah, again, I just think that it doesn't really look that professional. We have this logo section here, which is kind of a lot. So first of all, I think, yeah, the logos are really big, and they're also just thrown into after one another. And I don't really think that it's that good if the logos are colored. Let me show you a site that I'm putting into a nicer shape right now. This is a German application for in healthcare education. And here we have this nice, steady and smooth logo slider, where you can see all the icons are monochrome, so white. Yeah, I would definitely change this. Yeah, form, kind of okay. Yeah, again, the footer logo is just really huge, and it doesn't really look good that it's middle aligned, because believe me, most of the time, yeah, people just tend to believe that middle alignment is the best, and it's good for the eye, but actually left alignment works much better. And I also think that it's not that good that you have copyright 2022. I understand that this is when the site was created, and I see that site last updated in November 2025, but still, I think it doesn't really tell that good of a message if the copyright is not updated to the current date. And also, if you go down, you cannot see the main or the entire text. You need to scroll down, which is again a little bit clumsy. And I saw that this was designed by Dental Media, who most probably have much experience with serving clients like you. But gotta be honest with you, their site is pretty outdated too. And if you have a look at our agency site, you can see that it's just much better. You can see some of our projects apart from the ones that I'm going to show you. We worked with Siemens before, we worked with international clients, and we also worked with, so the designer just won a design prize for working on the German UNESCO's website. So I'm pretty sure that your site will be in good hands if you decide to work with us. And one more thing, your site is currently built in WordPress, which is not really good, because WordPress, for one, doesn't really look that modern. It's pretty old-fashioned. It's pretty rigid when it comes to design. And I'm pretty sure that you can see that all these Webflow sites are really elegant, have really nice, clean layouts, and just function. And they just give a better impression. And generally speaking, they perform better. There are no huge plugins that just burden the site code, and SEO wise it's also a much better choice, and it's getting traction lately, and we exclusively work in Webflow. So the sites that I'm gonna send through are all were built in that application. So I really hope that I could provide some valuable insights, and let me know if you want me to do a full site analysis, because completely free of charge, of course, but I really would be happy if I could give you some further insights. Thank you.